I'm still not clear on what you mean by you want a hard start.
I mean, it's 7:56.
Because sometimes you're like,
Gotcha.
It's 7:56 now. So if we're starting now, then we kind of know. I know where I'm watching.
I
That's
feel like
all.
he started us back when he was like, "You guys ready?"
Yeah, I was like literally, and then you guys kept talking.
We
I'm like,
are
okay,
a minute and a half in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Starting.
We're gonna start. We're gonna start right now. It is 7:57.
Yeah.
Right now?
Yes.
So we might add all this stuff to the next episode.
Oh, so right now.
When you have
Good
time
morning.
to add it.
I don't hear any music. Have we started?
Is this our music?
This is our hard
I'm
end.
telling you, if you played this to me, I'd be like, "That's a nice tune." I don't know where I've heard it before. Wow, it's been a while. Hold on, I gotta dig deep for this. Hello, everybody, and welcome to That Checks. I can't. I'm done.
Yeah, we're done. That was
Checks
our
Out
hard end.
with Damon and Ted.
That was our hard end. So hey,
I'm not conditioned. It's been a while.
So I'm going to start this week with a dead to me. And here's the deal. We don't normally, a little behind the scenes, we normally record a week in advance. That's what we normally are. We are actually recording.
I have no idea what our schedule is right
Right. Yeah, it's so weird. We're actually recording for this to come out on Monday.
yeah.
This is crazy. So this is literally this is happening like 48 hours or less.
Yeah.
You're okay?
now. Wait, can we do the 48 hours thing?
Yeah. So here's what we're doing. The clock is ticking down. I have a dead to me that comes from 4th of July, which is very recent because we're doing this so naturally live. It's crazy.
Correct.
All right. So the dead to me is only those people who only, like you never see people post all the time, but the people that come out of the woodwork to post about how fireworks trip out something, whether it be their dog, their goldfish, whatever. Here's the deal. Totally understand it. Totally respect it. I just don't understand where you were the other 364 days out of the year when loud explosions didn't phase you and people wanted you to comment on something or this or that. And then you got some smart remark to say, especially like, if you have a subdivision site, you get in there and it's like, my dog. And it's like, oh, I don't care about your dog.
Subdivision sites are
America.
only about dogs.
It's
It's the only reason people have.
I found 2 dogs. I found a goose. I found it's fighting a goose. Are these your dogs?
Right.
And the same thing. I hate to say it, but like in ours, they'll be like 2 German Shepherds are out. Okay, listen, go back 6 posts and you'll see whose dogs those are.
I saw our buddy Buck Barreled
Yes.
put a funny post up that said, please keep your kids and your dogs quiet. This morning, some of us were up late shooting off fireworks all night.
Yeah. So that gets
That
to
was
the
a good take on it. Was that what got you there?
So no, it gets to the second part of mine, which ties in with his post. What I did instead of posting about anything, because I actually went to bed at like 8:45. I'm like, I'm out. My wife.
America, I'm out.
Going to bed. Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Going to bed early. We're going to 5th. I'm out.
So anyway, my wife and daughter, and then my neighbors come over. They're in the pool because I'll be honest with you, the people in my subdivision put on a hell of a show. All right.
Yeah, we don't live in the same subdivision, but I think they talked.
Yeah. It's like, listen, same planner. All right. So what's funny is, as I go to bed, she's like, "You're gonna sleep through this?" Yeah, tired. It is what it is. But then the next morning, this is on the 3rd. Sorry, this is on the 3rd, right? Everybody's just going nuts. So I get up on the 4th, and I have stuff to do. I get outside. I start, dude. I'm like cutting grass at like 7 o'clock in the morning, weed whacking, everything like that. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, the only people I'm really waking up are the people that were attempting to wake me up last night. So I was fine with that. But I thought that's how you show your appreciation. Hey, listen, Buck Barreled, great text, because that's exactly what you do. The next morning you say, look, I'm going to interrupt your slumber. You don't have to go on social media and be like, and then I sent one to my, listen, this was the best thing I've ever seen. Because I told you how the dog in my house, not my dog, my family dog, is so annoying whenever somebody comes to the door. All it does, yap, 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 right? So there's one where it shows a dog that looks just like mine. And the caption says, this little yapping dickhead.
Whoa.
All of a sudden doesn't like loud noises. America.
Yeah, right? No, I did see that one.
Okay.
You're right.
America.
I did see that one.
And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, this dog, and again, my dog doesn't freak out about it, but she went and got underneath the table and was sitting next to Nicole under a table, and she never does that. And she goes, well, she heard a noise outside. I'm like, okay. Anytime else she hears a noise anywhere, she barks.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Boom.
Yeah.
Where'd you go? So yeah, I found that to be crazy. Anyway, that's my dead to me. If all you have to do is wait for a certain occasion to post about how you don't like that occasion, don't do it. Just don't do it. All right? Don't do it.
I get it. Here's the thing. If neighborhoods would just keep it, though, to 1 day a year, Like if we
Yeah,
just
correct.
kept it,
It is like a week or
yeah. When they start, it's June 15th, and you hear ba-boom, ba-boom. Like, come on, man.
practice shots.
Come
How
on.
you,
Well,
how are you going to get the show
That's
right,
true.
Ted, for my pool? How you can get the show right?
they
if
can
you
do it like
have
we
some-
do and not prepare at all. Not plan, not prepare.
Listen, fireworks can't be improv. All right, that's not how it works. So, but no, that was my dead to me. Other than that, I did have one other family story.
Oh, good.
Okay, so I had a while back. I got a pair, and I think you saw them, and you asked me why I have those. But the Hey Dudes, the weird shoes. Okay,
Hey, dude.
so Nicole wanted to
I
get.
don't.
I thought you saw those in my garage. You're like, whose are those? I'm like, those are mine. Really? You know? But Nicole got Chuck a pair, okay, that look remarkably like the ones I have. So he gets them and he puts them on and he's wearing them. He goes, these are pretty comfortable. And he literally, out of his mouth, no prompting from me, no prompting from you because you know my household, he says, I'm surprised they say hey dude on them. I thought they'd be more like, sup bros? Because my wife bought them. She goes, I got a deal on them. He goes, there's no way they're going to say hey dude on them. You know what I mean? My guy. You know? He's going through the whole list. He's like, you know, sup dogs, you know? But he actually got Hey Dudes. And I'll be honest with you, I wear them very, very rarely. But when I wear them with no socks. And isn't that not the way you're supposed to wear like a boat shoe type shoe with no socks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I just thought. It was maybe when I was in Milwaukee for the 4th. I saw a guy walking around in boat shoes and no socks. I'm like, this is why I don't like boat shoes.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's a very rare. Like if I work the parking lot on a Sunday or something at the church, sometimes I'll be like, okay, this is comfortable. Plus, you got to remember, I have tan lines that are 1.5 to 3 inches higher. You know, than that.
That's questionable.
Yeah,
You're very bad at judging what 1.5 inches.
it's like a
three,
foot,
3
it's
inches.
like a
look
foot
like.
higher. It's like a foot higher my tan lines. So, but
Took a while.
oh yeah, okay.
Went out there
yeah.
and he got it.
He's over there.
Oh!
He's got the calculator out. Hold on, a foot is long. Oh, okay, now I got it. So that was a joke.
$5 inch long.
So, how about you? Anything fun happen?
Just out of nowhere. Hey, by the way, this guy's here too.
Because if not, I got stuff.
We can go into your stuff.
No.
That's
If you
fine.
have something good, I'm not going to stomp on your parade. I just don't want to hear it.
I'll throw another behind the scenes. We have a whole nother episode to record after this.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll save some stuff.
All right, I got you.
Go right ahead.
So, did anything happen last week, this week, next week? So, there's a show on TV, and I think you would like it, but it's on. I don't know if it's called Me TV. It's like it's like a channel you could get if you had a an
it's
antenna,
right.
You know what I mean? But it's called Collector's Call. Have you seen this? Do you know what it is?
No.
Okay, so it's got Blair from Facts of Life. I can't remember her name.
Lisa.
Yeah, Lisa Welch.
Lisa Welch's grape juice.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, something
that's
like
what
that.
we're going with.
Anyway, what they do is they go on to people that have like these obnoxious collections.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I have.
Okay.
But I saw it back in a different
Okay.
network
but
back in the day.
it's
But
kinda-
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's kind of cool. So they go in people's houses, and this person, and this is one that kind of stood out for me because growing up, I loved Garfield. I loved the comic books and the stuff like that. Collectors Call the Garfield Expert. They have a Garfield Expert convention. Okay,
Is it in Muncie, Indiana?
that would be ideal. Okay,
That's the home of Garfield.
I was going to say, or at the Arbuckles, but anyway, they have a cruise that has 400 plus fans that pay to get on a boat. First off, isn't it ironic that you're going to get in the middle of an ocean on a boat when cats don't swim?
Is it an ocean cruise though?
Ooh, riverboat.
Because one of our fans shared us a riverboat cruise for Dukes of Hazzard.
Correct.
So it could just be
Correct. But I did notice on that Dukes of Hazzard that they only have half of the original Duke boys, and they still went with the stunt double for the other. And I was going, really stretching here. You know, and either that or I'm going to tell you right now.
because the other one's dead. That's why.
Well, but I'm saying, but John Schneider must be doing quite well where he can
he does his own individual thing.
where he can avoid.
Where you can draw. Yeah, he can draw. You can avoid finger guns.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Tom Wopat for those of you at
You have
home.
to go way
Yeah, it's
back
Tom
to the
Wopat,
first episode.
finger guns.
First 2 episodes to get that.
But yeah, no, they do a river. They're going to do a river cruise on a fancy like steamboat riverboat. It looks kind of neat.
I noticed it's a 2-hour cruise because if they do 3 hours,
And
you
then
might be
that's
stuck.
a Gilligan cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they have to get on more people.
You might
yeah.
be stuck for a while.
Yeah, but anyway, so they have a cruise with 400 plus fans, right? This lady, she has in her house, she has 6,189 original pieces of Garfield memorabilia.
So she's basically just funding Jim Davis at this point.
Right.
Jim Davis, she's the patron of Jim Davis.
Right. It's like I have one member in my fan club. She has all my stuff.
I told people back when I drew this fat cat, I only had to convince one person a lot of times.
Yeah.
This is that lady.
But here's the reason that I find this odd, because when they started the show, they actually said this lady has 14,000 plus pieces. Well, she has 6,189 originals. So that means she has probably 2 of everything in her house.
Well, that means the rest are lithographs or just, like their posters or their
right, because I mean, she had
greeting
clocks.
cards.
She had like a cheese cutter. She had I'm thinking to myself, I don't remember anybody ever doing their kitchen in Garfield. I remember the phone. Remember the phones?
I had the phone.
Yeah, those were big time. Those were big time. She had one of those. There was a couple of them.
Because there was a cargo ship of phones that crashed.
Correct.
Or sunk.
In the ocean.
We talked about this, didn't
Yes,
we? Somewhere.
yes.
Right.
And they're still washing ashore
They're still washing
today.
the shore, but they took them forever to figure that out.
Yeah.
Like, they just think some guy was like, hey, let's just prank that island over there. Yeah. Shove a few Garfield parts in the ocean.
He goes to a garage sale, throws a phone in the ocean.
Every time he goes to a garage sale, he's like, guess we're going to the ocean. Guess what, kids? Going to the beach.
This garage sale is going to determine where we vacation this year. All right.
Yeah, every time they pull, you guys got any Garfield phones? No. Damn it!
Yeah.
That's the kids. The kids are like, damn it, and they drive off.
They're like, don't waste the sunscreen. We don't need to put it on. But anyway,
we go into Bermuda.
Well, I've seen other episodes where they have like movie memorabilia. They have this, they have that. But what's weird is a lot of these people, they're married, and it's split 50-50. It's the husband wife. Where like they did this before, then they met, and then they, and it's like, oh, we met at a convention. Okay, that checks out. That I understand that.
Sure.
The other one is when you meet a lady that has 6,189 pieces of Garfield, and you're like, I think she's the one. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure, that she's the one. If I'm going to have the crazy
most
cat
likely,
lady,
yeah, I was just gonna say most likely to marry a cat lady.
But,
but with a twist.
It was in my yearbook. I was most likely to marry a cat lady.
She makes a good lasagna. What do you want me to do about it? And she likes taking 3-day weekends because she hates Mondays.
I hate moon days.
Like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
So what's weird is we just dated a whole bunch of people too, because you really have to be our age, or you have to be 40. You have to be 40 to really understand Garfield.
I'm surprised when I go out and I still see Garfield merch. So I'm like, is this kid still around?
Right.
What's the story on this?
Right. Right.
I also noticed that there's a lot of Elf stuff in the world again.
There is. No.
What's happening?
You're correct, but that might be the sci-fi
Not a lot
crowd.
of what's happening stuff, though.
Yeah.
Not a lot of rerun
Yeah, there's
stuff.
no rerun. You can't buy that striped hat or, striped shirt. You can't.
No one's doing that Fred Berry dance.
Yeah. So this show, I'm going to tell you, if you want to check it out, it's called Collector's Call. All right. You got to, if nothing else, you get a kick out of it because you will see one guy did his whole basement, which I mean, I have a stupid basement. I understand people are like, oh, what do you like the Bears? Yeah, I do. One guy did his basement like an airplane, like the fuselage, like sitting in an airplane.
Cool. Yeah.
It was neat to look at, but now come to find out, he's had several TV shows and stuff they want to shoot there because he's got a set. And I'm like, oh, so you're meeting actors. Well, maybe this isn't so bad.
I was going to say, someone's paying for his hobby.
Correct.
As opposed to...
So that's not bad because no one says, I'd like to come down and watch and look at, memorabilia from the Chicago Bears that, by the way, has nothing to do with my life whatsoever. Yeah. Damon, cool basement, bro. You know what I mean? This guy's like, hey, we're going to shoot an episode of, Breaking Bad, and we need to be in a plane.
Actually pretty brilliant.
Let's see if we can give this guy $50,000 to come use his basement for 3 days. Because the other thing is too, you're talking about people that have disposable income.
Oh,
you know what I mean? You're not talking about somebody's getting married and they want to have their wedding there and they're going to be like, oh, Lex, we're going to make $1,500. Even $1,500, you'd take it, right? I mean, you take anything you can get. But no, Collector's Call, check it out. The other show that we're back into, we've talked about this before. Remember 60 Days In? Where they put people...
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So they have a new one. I don't know how they're still making this show because when they put cameras in a prison, people have to be getting murdered for no reason.
Well, I saw a show recently, one where the guy immediately they started looking at cells that had cameras in them.
Yeah.
They're walking around like, that one's got a camera.
He's got a camera. One of them two guys.
The guy immediately gave the signal, and they're like, you got to go back in because if you don't go back in, they're going to know what's up. And he's like, not my problem.
I'm not. So we're watching the same thing.
Not my problem.
So they're going to have to rename the show because as you're getting 3-4 episodes in, you're finding out it's more like 60 minutes in. Okay?
Right.
You could really combine 60 days in with 60 minutes, and you could just have a show, with the clock, the tick, 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 you know what I mean? And you're really, by the end of the 60 minutes, you're going to have 12 signals from 13 people, and they're all going to want to go home. And what's weird is, the one lady, the blind lady, she goes, she was in jail before, and she goes, I didn't think it'd be this tough. You're going to prison.
Yeah.
You're going to jail. What did you think was going to happen? And you know what it is? It's probably people like me who have never been, who go, oh, it can't be that bad. You know what I mean? And you think no way. I'm going to tell you what. I know that I could be a bounty hunter, and I know that I could open a place at Sturgis and have, famous bands play there. Because I know me. I could also open a pawn store. I'd like to do all three, but my wife won't let me. That's the only thing standing in the way for me doing this stuff successfully. I do know that I would not go on 60 days in. And this is why, because I made this comment to my wife, and my son overheard it. And I said, I'd either run that place in like 3 weeks, or I'd get murdered on day one. Okay? And Chuck goes, you're definitely not seeing day two.
There was the one, I don't watch it often, but every never I do occasion. But there was one season where the guy had been in jail, and then he was like a youth pastor
reverted
or something. Went back in, and immediately was like,
he was in charge.
I'm running the show.
He was running the show. Yeah. Remember, there was one guy that ran the show, but he was like the underboss. And he was just like, all of a sudden, like, this guy's like, oh, you're the guy. And he's like, I can't.
Well, this other guy, he was in for 3 days, and he's like, I need you to beat that guy up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he turns to the camera, he's like, you gotta show dominance. You can't let anyone mess around. Plus, you looked at me weird.
Yeah.
It's just like, whoa.
Yeah. I thought you were a pastor. No, that's on the outside, man. I'm on the inside now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
You'd think that the people doing 60 days in would watch Undercover Boss and be like, you know what? Eventually people figure out what's going on.
Right. Right.
An Undercover Boss, people's lives aren't at stake for that.
And here's the other thing. I hate to say it. You're doing 60 days in. If I'm, and I don't remember which, it's on A&E or something. I don't know what channel it's on. But if you're that channel, you need to interview every prisoner in that prison. When you keep walking the same 7 guys down the hallway to do the intimate chats, those are the 7 that are getting shanked.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, why is that guy doing an interview again?
Yeah. Yeah. Every time this guy goes, excellent, and rubs his hand together, they come and get him. It's so weird,
Well, you asked me something earlier, if anything was going on, and I said no. But your talk about this reminds me that I was building something, so I put something on the television.
Okay. Gotcha.
And we have Discovery Plus, which I don't understand the concept of Discovery Plus.
Yeah.
Because there's a commercial every 8 minutes. And I'm paying extra for this service. I remember back in the kid when you like bought HBO or you bought stuff, it was just that was where they got the money. They didn't need to also advertise.
Right.
So I haven't seen regular commercials in a hot minute.
Crazy, ain't
I've seen them on like YouTube, but those you can skip, or they're not like for old people.
Right.
Like I haven't seen old people commercials. So now I'm seeing medical commercials again.
Yeah.
So like ask your doctor about this, And then I saw one for medicine I actually take, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. Turns out, do you know what one of the side effects is, or one of the medicines I took that I found out by watching Discovery Plus?
Terrible co-host of podcasts.
Well, no, I knew
awful
that.
sidekick.
No. Severe infection of the taint.
What?
Yeah, they use the regular word.
Really?
Yeah, the perineum or whatever.
Yeah.
And that perked me up. I was like, I'm in the middle of I'm not really paying attention. It's like it's HGTV like show. So they're just building stuff while I'm building some stuff.
Yeah.
And I pop my head up like, what's that?
Yeah.
No, I don't have to rewind anything because I know. And 7 to 8 minutes.
You're the pounding of the hammer. And it's like, huh?
7 to 8 minutes. That's going to come back around.
Right. Well, that's the bad thing. Same thing when you watch stuff like I have DirecTV still because I feel like I have to give my money away every month. But anyway, they do the same thing when you watch an on-demand show. It is the same 2 or 3 commercials every time it breaks in. So you're like, by the end, you're quoting the commercial. Now, I'm glad you did say taint, though, because if you'd have said, what is it, paranormal? What is it called?
Yeah, perineum.
I would have not have giggled. I'm glad that I got to giggle at what you were saying.
What's
because
great,
I would have got
you
it.
watching but they cover that for you if you're reading it.
Oh.
Because in the bottom script, the legalese you have to put down there, in the parenthetical, it says the sensitive area between the genitals and anus.
Gotcha.
And I was like, oh, I knew that. Thank you for sharing. But listen to the side effects of this drug I take.
Hold on. I believe I'm the taint because I'm right between you and Mac.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do I want to be the genitals or the anus? Like, which one do I want to be on that?
I know the genitals just side.
Yeah.
But go ahead. Continue.
You just called me the anus. I caught that.
I did. Yes.
It can cause high cholesterol. Not great. It can cause joint pain. Not great. It can cause nausea, upper respiratory tract infections, urinating more often. That I can confirm.
Nailed it. Right. Got it.
Low blood sugar, which is good, which is what it's supposed to do.
Okay. But does that say side effect?
Yeah, because it can take it too low.
Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha.
can pass
Gotcha. All right.
Genital infection, urinary tract infections, and in rare occasions, this disease where it causes, taint, whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, question.
You know what I was told when I was in the doctor's office?
Yeah.
Oh, you might have to pee more. Left out all that other stuff.
So that guy took notes like I took notes in high school.
Yeah.
I highlight one line. Remember when they used to say, hey, you need to highlight your
you know
notes?
what this guy's probably going to notice? He's probably going to notice he's got to pee a lot more. We should probably tell him that.
Yeah, let's tell him. We don't want to look like liars, Doc, I'm really itchy in the. Okay, listen.
Yeah,
two things
you're
I
right.
should have told you.
I am literally, I'm doing I'm building something like IKEA-ish.
Yes.
So I'm using a driver when I should. You're right. I did use twice there.
Yeah.
I'm using a driver when I should just be using the Allen wrench. But what
Yeah.
did that guy
All of a
just
sudden,
say?
silence. Yeah.
What did that guy just say?
Huh? Wait a
All
minute.
right, hold on. No, I got to stop paying attention to the show and wait for the commercial to come back around.
Now all of a sudden you're begging. You're like, come on, play the commercial. I got to hear this. So,
Because except for washing it daily, it's not an area I really think about much.
right.
But now I got to be like, do I have to pay attention? Do I
To
have
be
to
honest
check
with
to
you,
see what's happening?
I haven't kept track of mine since probably 78. So I really don't know what's going on.
It's probably the last time you could have seen it without one of those mirrors dentists use.
Right.
Or like the big ones they use to check for bombs at like security stations.
I'm big into funhouse mirrors, which really makes everybody else mad at the carnival, but it is what it is, so.
It's the only way you're making that foot long.
Yeah. By the way, tan line, like 12 inches higher. I'm just letting you know. So let's do a couple
But I
fun.
was like, I got to remember this for the podcast. Totally
Yeah.
forgot. So you were like,
Well,
let me talk about stupid shows
What's great
on TV.
is Ted just gave us our first fun fact. All right.
that jardinets can cause.
when Ted starts scrutiny across the floor like he's a dog, I'm going to know what's happening right
going
now.
on with that?
Just a side effect. He's probably going to pee.
No,
He's got to pee.
That's just me becoming the ampersand in the logo.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Oh, that's ampersand? That's both of him?
Wait a minute. He's one. Oh, he's a.
That still gives me one less character than you.
I was going to say Ted's the holy trinity of the logo. he's all three of them.
He's with ampersand and Ted.
Yeah. So, fun fact number 2. Besides, Ted might be itching in places we don't know right now. In 1994, great year, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, great year for those of you that are
Yeah.
late 40s.
That started the decade plus. I didn't see Damon, so it was.
Yeah, it was a
Fantastic year.
quality time. It's quality time. So I miss it a lot. In 94, a plane crash occurred in Russia. A pilot's 16-year-old son was allowed to sit at the plane's cockpit while it was on autopilot. He unknowingly disengaged the autopilot control, which ultimately led to a series of events. That's how we put it. Led to a series.
Yeah.
No,
I think
a
that's the
crash.
event.
Yeah.
I think the event was him going, hey.
Yeah. You know what the series were? Whatever happened in his head that went, you know what's a good idea? I'm 16. Let me start playing with buttons.
I could be Han Solo.
Yeah. So that caused the plane to crash resulted in the death of all 75 occupants. Now,
How do they know that this is what happened then?
yeah. Well, not only that, but secondly, take your kid to work day is not meant for pilots.
Correct.
Okay?
Which I went to the gas station and I told them where you lived.
Yeah. Did they know me?
No.
Okay.
So it's right over there.
Yeah.
And there's a girl coloring at a table right as I walk in. Must have been take your kid to work day.
Okay.
But no one else is around. Literally I walk in and like, I know there's a labor shortage, but is this what Circle This is up Circle K? And finally the mom came out of the bag with a pallet of stuff to stock or whatever. But I'm like,
Hold on.
why is this the best? Shouldn't this child be somewhere else?
Yeah.
Not right by the front door?
Yeah. They shouldn't be within taking distance.
Right.
Okay.
Right, I even have to pop in.
Right. Yeah. Like you didn't hear the boom from the door but you didn't even know I was there.
It doesn't count. I did not kidnap this child. I wasn't even in the building.
Correct.
I was partially in the building.
Yeah. I was never in there. Look at the camera.
Yeah.
It's never in there.
I did not set foot in this building.
Right. No, that's kind of crazy. Plus, now nice thing is just a little backstory. I don't live in a neighborhood where you get a bulletproof glass, but I could just picture this where the mom's behind the bulletproof glass and the kids out in the front just coloring. You know what I mean? That's what I picture in my head.
If you need mommy, put a little note in the circle thing. spin it around.
Yeah.
It'll come out on this side.
Here's your juice box. Boom, right out through the drawer.
I feel like this gas station next to the studio probably has one of
It's
those.
possible. It's very possible. It's shady. So, because it is also somewhere between the anus. Never mind. It is what it is. But anyway, 75 people die because a 16-year-old, first off, was left unsupervised in a cockpit. Isn't there usually more than one pilot?
Also,
On a plane that has 75 people?
you barely leave a 16-year-old unsupervised in a car.
Right.
You make a point. I mean, it's Russia,
Yeah.
In Russia, we only use one pilot.
Yeah, we use one pilot. And then you know what they do? The 16-year-old, his phone, the battery went dead. Dad gets up. He's like, oh, he's fine. Then all of a sudden, battery goes dead. It's like, what am I going to do? I got to fidget with something. Yeah, I got to plug it in.
I got to plug that in.
He just starts unplugging
What turns on this
stuff.
outlet? This outlet's not working.
Where's the USB? He's just flipping everything. Is the USB behind this? So anyway, 75
could
people.
Could have been. Don't touch that.
Oh, and then walk away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And immediately it's like,
That is the first in the series of events, was the don't touch that.
I was watching a
was the
thing
first.
where, have you seen the Super Mario movie?
Yeah, and actually my next fun fact is going to go on to this. No, not under what you're saying probably, but go ahead.
So they're talking about Jack Black's song Peaches, right?
Okay.
Some guy took the notes, slowed it down, moved it, like, literally was like, this is the progression of the notes. Slowed it down, then sped it up. And if you speed up that thing, guess what song it plays?
Get out of here, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
It's funny. He's like, it was great. He's like, Jack Black knew what he was doing.
So,
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, you're going to know this probably anyway. Super Mario is named after a real-life businessman. Did you know that?
Yeah. It was
Okay.
the guy from the warehouse.
Yeah, Mario Segali, who was renting out a warehouse to Nintendo. Imagine being the guy that's Nintendo's landlord,
Yeah.
okay? After Nintendo fell far behind in the rent, Segali did not evict them, but gave them a second chance to come up with the money. Smart thinking, because something tells me they came into a little bit of coin.
What's funny is that Mario originally was called Jumpman. First off, we'll go back further.
You're right.
We'll go back further.
Yeah.
Where that was supposed to be a Popeye game, but they couldn't get the license.
Okay.
Now, eventually they ended up making a Popeye game, which is the game I think people remember where the hearts float down, you got to catch them.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, if you mentally go back and be like, well, that makes sense. Donkey Kong is Pluto, Pauline is Olive, and Mario, the original Mario from Donkey Kong, is Popeye.
Right.
You look at that like, wow, that's like if, someone was to create a podcast called Check That Out.
Yeah.
With Davis and Todd.
Yeah.
Because it is such like, they didn't try hard
Right.
to like change it up.
So we buried the lead. No, you didn't.
Oh, you did.
No, you didn't, Davis. We know exactly who you are.
But can you imagine, like, you have a video game character called Jumpman. That's all you name him.
Right.
He's
It's me, a jumper man.
He's a stereotypical, like, Italian guy. And you're like, hey, we can pay back the guy that didn't evict us. Let's name this guy after him. They probably thought, like, just go nowhere.
Right.
Now.
Yeah. But it's funny because it says Nintendo succeeded and named their main character after him. Okay. That's cool. But if you're this guy, now, you ever seen a picture of this guy?
I have not.
Okay. You know who he looks like to me? He looks like a Caucasian version of, who's the guy that does the voice of Darth Vader?
Oh, James Earl Jones?
Yes. That's what he looks like to me
He
from that
actually
picture.
looks like the guy who was in the original suit for Darth Vader.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look up David Prose.
Okay. But my point is that, so you are Nintendo's landlord, okay? And let's think about this now, okay? You are Mac's landlord right now, other than not providing adequate air conditioning or any kind of ventilation for any of the talent, which that's me, I'm the talent, and Ted, who's not the talent.
You're the taintlet.
Yeah, I am somewhere in the middle. But anyway, if Mac falls behind, they have to assume that he's going to be as big as Nintendo before they do, and then he's going to have to shoulder. Just checking shoulder.
Hand.
Okay, hand.
I was going to itch my face.
Okay. Listen, I'm not a pro. I know you are. I guess. But anyway, if there's something between your face and your hand, and especially if it records sound, you may move face
Are we still talking about me?
or hand. Oh yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Remember, we don't have time to edit this, so it's going in.
This is damn near live. Okay.
We did preface this with, please limit the amount of times you hit the microphone
It's my shoulder.
because it's on you.
You know what?
That is true.
Hey, you know what? He's got us.
I did pigeonhole
God,
it.
you're the smartest. You're the smartest man in that room right now.
Loophole.
Yeah. Hey, Jerry's not here, is he?
He is not.
Okay, then you're the smartest man in that room. So anyway,
This is too early for Jerry.
but my thought is the building manager would have to be like, this guy's going to name something after me and not let him pay the rent. There's no way. He's getting thrown out. He's getting thrown
for
out.
sure.
Him and his 4 microphones.
Yeah, there's nothing here that could be easily painted over and pretend it's not Popeye.
Correct. That's right. Pretending it's he's Popeye. But anyway, Mac, if you could avoid swatting mosquitoes or anything else.
No, it's fine. You do you.
Yeah, you do you. All right, I have at least one more fun fact I want to do because this guy here might be my new hero. Okay? What are you going to hit?
Nothing.
Oh, you also go to the board. Victor Lustig was such a good con artist that in the 1920s, posing as a government agent, he sold the Eiffel Tower to scrap metal dealers twice. Okay? He convinced them that the cost to maintain the tower were simply too high, and the government had decided to tear down the Eiffel Tower. Bro, we always had to joke, I'll sell your bridge, in Arizona or this or that. I get you. To take a national monument, okay?
I convinced people twice.
Twice! Because now again, I guess 1920s, they didn't have, because now you convince somebody of it, once, everybody knows.
You can figure it out.
Right,
Sure.
everybody knows. So it's like, you didn't see the TikTok on that where they convinced the guy to buy the Eiffel Tower? It's like, oh, man, I got to check my TikTok,
Look
Back
at
then,
someone else's TikTok where they just they steal people's TikTok, but you can still see the
yeah, on the bottom.
watermark.
Yeah,
the
you
watermark.
can
And you're
see
like,
where it
wait
is.
a minute.
Wait a
This looks like the thing the guy did last week.
Wait a minute. Are you reselling me the scrap Eiffel Tower? But again, to be that good, to do it twice.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable that somebody, and what
The
kind of,
first time.
it doesn't give the price though. See, I wouldn't mind looking more into this. This is just a fun fact. I wouldn't mind looking more into it to see how much he conned someone into paying for scrap metal, mind you, of the Eiffel Tower.
To be fair, they hated it. Like France hated it when they put it up.
Yeah, but still.
Can you imagine? Hey, you guys hate this? Yeah, I do. Well, good news.
Yeah.
They're looking for people to tear it down and take it away.
The last guy backed out. All right, so here's what I'm going to do.
Wait.
Maybe he sold it twice in like 2 meetings. Maybe he had like the next. He's like, I can't believe I sold it to that guy. The next guy, he's like, oh, hey, $20. It's like,
Would be
do it
great
again.
if they both worked under the same supervisor.
Same companies for scrap.
Yeah.
They go to the owner. You're never going to believe this.
Hey, Alphonse, guess what?
So listen, for just 10 grand, we're getting the rights to the Eiffel Tower. There's got to be $100,000 in scrap there. You know what I mean? And the next guy comes in for just 12 grand. Wait a minute. You paid more? You're fired.
Last week we just paid 10. Inflation, man. I don't know
Yeah,
what to tell
inflation. I don't know. Price of metal's gone up. Price of metal's gone up. So
It seems like two guys just sitting around and be like, hey, I bet you I can get someone to buy this off me for scrap. No, you can't.
yeah, I was gonna say I work with some people that claim to be the world's greatest
And then
salesmen.
the guy's like, double nothing. You can't do it again. All right. I'll take you up on that.
Wait, I get him to pay double? Or you mean, oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, because I only got 12 grand out of the second guy. I didn't get 10. So, all right, we'll do a few headlines. We still need a headline drop. We don't have a headline drop. Do we have anything we can use as a headline drop? I don't think we do.
Wait, what?
There you go.
No.
We're putting it into it. Touch your brain. You believe that?
There it is.
There it is. You believe that? I still kind of like
These
that.
are the headlines.
Yeah. You believe that? Here's the first one. Cops. South Carolina woman stabbed spouse with ceramic squirrel over beer.
All right, let's. I go, it's cops. Now, it just says SC woman.
Yeah.
Stab. It could be, Santa Claus woman.
Oh, I never.
Stab spouse
okay.
with ceramic squirrel over beer.
Yeah. So now, is this a geographic thing?
Southern California.
Yeah.
Southern Colorado.
Softy cone right up the street. You never
Sweet
know.
Christmas.
Yeah. But so is this a? Do we think this is going to be like more of a geographical thing? Like
How
it was-
sharp is a ceramic? Because is it more of a bludgeon?
well,
Like how angry you have to be to? Because I have to imagine a squirrel, has a regular squirrel face,
right.
a rounded off tail.
Yeah.
How hard do you have to stab someone with a rounded off ceramic tail, or do you break that bitch off?
That's what I'm wondering.
Maybe
Is
the
it-
squirrel was holding a knife.
Oh, see, I like where you went there.
Mac strikes me as one of those people that would buy one of those in Tennessee.
Yeah.
pop in one of those weird off.
Yeah, like the taxidermied ones. It's like, what happened here? Okay, see, when the squirrel died, it was water skiing.
Yeah,
so
stop off one of those stores in like Tennessee where they have those. You know,
right. Yeah. All his garden gnomes have weapons, so that's what it is.
You got one of them trash pandas with a machete?
Hold on.
My miss has been really.
I was going to say,
bears.
you're going to stab somebody with it? I can't give it to you if you're going to stab somebody with it. They got a waiting list for you to get your taxidermy? You got a 10-day grace period? Look, we're going to do a background check right now. I don't know if I can give you this raccoon because it has a machete.
Yeah, you have to cool off.
Yeah. you seem
came
awful
in
mad.
hot.
Yeah. You came in hot.
How do you know? We can tell by the sound of the bell.
Yeah, we can tell.
When the door opens and the bell's like, blah, 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 we know.
You knocked over my daughter's coloring table. I know right now that you came in here way too angry. Okay? But
You came in, sir, saying, which one of these animals can kill a person?
Yeah.
You did not bury the lead.
Do you have any ceramic murder weapons? I have a squirrel. Okay? Can I sharpen its
Do
tail?
you have any decorative pieces that can take down a man?
So, well,
yeah, all of them.
So
The question is, what are you going to do with it?
woman,
Take down a man!
woman stabs spouse, married. Okay, instantly, different level of hatred there. I could see this happening. Okay, but with ceramic, okay, got it. Squirrel, got it. But over beer. So now, is this about a beer, or are you literally over the top? Like, he won't get off my beer.
No.
Okay.
Literally had to, there was a beer between them.
Yes.
Had to stab him over the beer.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. So it was more geographically then.
Yeah,
I got you.
geographically.
Okay. All right. So it wasn't like a hey, you hurt my feelings. You took the last beer. I'm now going to stab you with my ceramic squirrel.
Crazy. This is the point we're at in society.
Yeah.
Where
But you know what's funny is when
you
you
could buy more beer.
Yeah.
That was the last one of them beers.
I was gonna say that's the last one of my ceramic squirrels. I done put them all in Earl. I need more. Imagine if that lady was into precious moments. You're like, no, nothing ceramic.
Into Hummels, those things seem really that fragile ceramic. That really wouldn't kill you, but you'd be just have shards in you forever. They'd just be itchy.
Yeah.
Be sliding across the table. Is he taking that medicine, or does he have
What's he doing?
really thin ceramic in his butt?
Well, we got to see if he pees. If he gets up to pee, I think it's the medicine.
is he peeing a lot?
I think it's the medicine. So, all right, here's our second headline. Florida man, we're already starting off right, kidnaps scientist to make his dog immortal.
Okay.
I saw it in your eyes.
Does he not know that he's going to need that same treatment as well?
Good news, bad news. Dog's going to live forever.
Dog's going to live forever. We give you about 6-7 years.
Yeah. No. That's in jail. Then after that, we don't know how long you're going to live. But he kidnaps a scientist. So how do you sit around?
You into science? You get in this van. I'll stab you with this squirrel.
You into science? Sir, I'm merely coloring at my mother's gas station. Please, leave me alone.
I see you eating a Mars bar. You must be into science.
Space exploration.
Oh, that'd be terrible. They're in Wilmington. I'll be able to take pictures of the Gemini Giant. You into that space, man? You make my dog live longer. Get in.
Well, here's what's weird. I would kidnap a scientist to find out how to get rid of my dog tomorrow. Okay.
I don't think you need a scientist. You need that lady with the beer.
Yeah. I need a
Excuse me.
ceramic squirrel.
Excuse me, can I have the number of that lady? I need to tell her that my dog was trying to steal her beer.
Ooh, I'm just pointing. Ooh, look what Minnie did. Look at that.
You just fish Minnie's collar around like the 6-pack thing. So wherever she runs, the 6-pack goes with her. She's stealing your beer.
So anyway, I like your first thought though, and it's like, okay, genius, you're not going to live forever. Okay. Turns out
the scientist's like, did you want more than one of these? No. I just got the one dog. Okay, but you're not mathing this out.
Yeah. Wait, you only want one thing to be immortal? Yeah. And it's your dog. Yep. Okay.
All right. Whatever, Cletus.
So now I'm gonna do the last two headlines, because they kind of to me they kind of coincide with each other, and I can't believe how they popped up together. Well, not together, but I had them in my list, and I looked from top to bottom. I went, oh, here's the first one. Woman sends porn star to test boyfriend, and it massively backfires.
Did she find out her boyfriend never passed the SAT or what? My boyfriend's an idiot.
Yeah.
Found out.
Turns out she didn't have a ceramic squirrel. But here's the deal. Ladies, if you suspect your man has wandering eyes or this or that, I don't think you need to send in a professional. Okay? I don't think you need to send a professional.
Someone who was willing to essentially do almost anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. What you do is you get maybe one of your attractive coworkers, okay, that maybe said husband doesn't know. Guys, fellas, same thing. Okay. But it can't be somebody that say does this for a profession. All right. I wouldn't want to test. Ted used to play basketball very well. Now he's old. But anyway, I wouldn't go, hey, I want to see how good Ted is. Michael Jordan, what are you doing today? All right. I don't need to do that.
Well, I would say wouldn't go test to see how psychotic someone is by using the woman who murdered or stabbed her husband with a squirrel.
Right. Yeah. On a level of squirrel stabbing. And
or I wouldn't test how much someone is stealing my beer by using that lady to test it. Right. Oh, he's dead?
Yeah.
I just want to know if he was the guy stealing the beer out of the communal fridge.
But you don't need to send in the professionals. This isn't. It's kind of the same thing. Look, if someone is trespassing on your property, you don't call in the National Guard. Okay. You call
her first sign of error is when I need you to use your body to test my husband's infidelity and be like, oh, how deep?
Yeah.
What?
Right.
What was that?
How deep is this study? How deep is this study?
How deeply do you want me to?
Yeah.
To be?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, are we going deep under covers? Did you say covers? Undercover. That's what I said. But yeah, and it massively backfires. So now, listen, I don't have to go any farther than that to say that checks out, and I totally saw that coming.
Yeah.
All right? Because it's just ridiculous that's not, I didn't need Michael Jordan to tell me that Ted can't post up a 6'7" guy, okay, with the extreme talent of the world. All right? Now, my next headline is man snaps his G.I. Joe guy in 3 places while trying an exotic position. I'm wondering if that is the massively backfires portion from said.
You don't think it massively backfired because he actually did have relations
right.
with the star?
It was more or less now he's hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now he can't have relations with anyone.
It's like when Michael Jordan sprains his ankle playing a volleyball game at the beach. You know what I mean? They're like, man, he got hurt doing something else. Now he can't do what I need him to do. You know what I mean? That's what I look at.
In 3 places, though?
3 places. So, again.
Wait. 3 places? Or,
like Chicago, Delaware, and St. Croix?
That's quite a position. That's the Bermuda Triangle.
But here's the thing. It used the word snaps. Okay? I read the word snaps, and I go.
Also, there was a handy picture of a guy, literally, he's trying to, throttle his motorcycle.
Yeah, you know how when you try to set your pinky after you jam it?
Yeah.
That's what it looked like we were trying to do. But anyway.
Reset the bone. Hey,
that's what I was doing.
There's not a.
And then this happened. I don't understand.
I know there's a word for it, but there's not a bone in there, man.
Yeah. Weird. So anyway, massively backfires. Professional. Snaps. 3 places. I like where you went there, though. three places. So wait a minute, Connecticut?
Why did you try it again? Did you think it was just because the air in Colorado was thinner?
I was going to say, we went to Denver, and believe it or not, same thing. Same thing.
You think the altitude has something to do with it? It doesn't bend that way, genius. That's the problem.
All right. So with headlines, those were the headlines that I had for today. And I'll be honest with you, they were all good, but I have one less headline, and we haven't done this in a long time. We're going to do a strange story.
Wow.
Yeah.
Strange stories.
Because instead of us making this up, I don't know. We could make it up, but I'm going to be honest with you. I want to see what really happened.
We also haven't talked about Macaulay lately. Hi, Macaulay.
Right. Yeah.
How you doing?
Here's the headline. Too pretty to rob. Mugger asks woman out.
Whoa. That was a weird syllable to stop on. Yeah. Mugger asks woman to Anyway.
Yeah. No, woman, because I saw Facebook. Mugger asked woman out on Facebook after robbing her at gunpoint.
Hey, baby, I met you down at the alley. You don't know me.
What's those lost connections?
I'm just going to say, misconnection. Craigslist misconnection.
I took your $100 bill and cell phone. So
I somehow have your address and identity. You know nothing about me.
sleep well. So it says,
after getting a better look at your driver's license, I notice you're hot even in that photo.
is that your real weight? So returning home from work in early
It was
May.
like when that there was that mugshot of that one dude. He actually became a model when he got out of prison.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It was like, ooh, he's hot. He's in prison.
Right.
He did something probably not good.
But it says after returning home from work in early May, Amber Buran, we're just going to call her Amber, from Indianapolis, was held at gunpoint as the mugger demanded money from her. But the robber, Damien Boyce, he sounds hot too. We're going to call him Damien, was so smitten that he also ordered her to send him a Facebook friend request. I'm not taking this mask off, but just say my name was Damien Bryce, right? Let's just say.
I ain't give you my digits because I don't want you to know who I am.
Yeah, but hypothetically.
But look up this guy on Facebook.
Now
He's
look.
my friend.
Oh, he's going to like, he would like you. I'm going to set you up.
We talk suspiciously alike.
So, it says on May 8th, she was on her way home around 4 o'clock. She stopped briefly to check the mailbox when an unknown man walked up to her. He then proceeded to pull out a gun. He took the gun out of his pocket to show me what was going on, and he said, "Let me into your house."
Wait. There is a gun in my pocket, and I'm happy to see it.
You got two guns? No.
But
Can I use your bathroom? Because I'm taking this medicine. I really got to pee. Ted?
gotta be gentle. I don't want to break my other gun in 3 places.
So she said, I did not do that. She didn't let him in. And she said she didn't keep any cash in her house. Okay, so that's your excuse. Look, I take you in there, but I don't keep any cash. I don't keep any cash in there. So it says, I do keep money in my car. I swear to God, if she handed him an ashtray full of change, I would just die. Like, told you, it's money in the car.
Just slowly pouring it out. Oh, that Starburst is mine. Hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
That shouldn't have been out.
That's a Chuck E. Cheese token. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that back.
That should have been
That should not have been out. So it says from her car, she fetched about $100.
Who keeps $100 in cash in their car?
I don't know. Guys that get mugged and don't want to take the mugger in the house, I guess. But it says she wasn't.
I told you it made sense, Mom. You never understood why I did it this way.
But he wasn't done yet. The robber introduced himself as Boyce. So, you come here often? Well, it's my house. So, yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Asked whether she had a boyfriend. Then, still holding her at gunpoint. You know what? That's the best way to get a yes. I kind of like where this guy's going.
Whoa.
Huh?
Timestamp. Timestamp this, Mac.
But I mean, if you go, hey.
55.
Of all the episodes, we don't have time to edit. This genius.
Wait a minute. Timestamp that. That's a drop on the board.
This genius was like, hey, that's a good. I'm not even going to say it because I don't want it in my voice. Hey, Damon.
So,
You know what's really a dumb thing to say?
did the bear voice.
The bear voice will tell you that was bad.
Bad. So then, still holding her gunpoint, he said, send a friend request. All right. And so then, in quotes, I thought maybe if I added him on Facebook, he would then leave me. And he did. Right. So the next headline, of course, they blur it out. Okay. But it
That's
says
a French toast way to meet.
Yeah, it says effed up way to meet. It wasn't the last she heard of Boyce, though. Later in the day, he graciously accepted her friend request. You can take that back after they leave, right?
Correct.
You don't have to leave that out there.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on in your world that you're so busy. You're like, oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Let me tell you about our meet cute.
Yeah. So
He shoved a 9mm in my mouth.
he began messaging her. According to court documents, hey, Boyce, this is where this is going. All right. Now, again, I stand by my statement that if you want someone to accept your friend request, I feel a pistol might be the way to do it.
Had you worded it that way, let
You
the
might have been on
record
board?
show,
Might have been on board?
I would have acknowledged you might not be wrong.
Okay.
What you said was,
Well, I know what it
and
said.
I'm not saying it because I
Still-
don't want it in my voice.
Still stand by it because I know what I meant.
That's
all right.
a great way. Oh my!
Look at this guy, innovative and stuff. So it says.
Now I have to, like, Nicole, next time I see you, wink once.
Right, yeah.
For under duress.
She's flying away with her eyelashes. What is she doing? This is his message. Look, just know I'm going to pay you back, okay? Boyce wrote, according to court files. And this is his quote. It's an effed up way to meet, but damn, you was too pretty to rob.
Did you ever see that there's a video somewhere where people in court and the judge says something about like, you allegedly you called her like, you know, a fine piece of something, and also the guy does like like finger guns. And
Get out of here.
I did.
I stand by that, Your Honor.
It's basically you in court.
Yeah. I would have been like, huh? Was I wrong? Says we have a real Casanova on our hands here. So Amber also responded to the messages. You might think that's foolish, but you got to look at it from her perspective. This was an armed, unpredictable man who knew where she lived. Okay, you know what? I'm almost on board here. Understand. Plus, you're Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit
she's building a
case
for sure.
So anyway, she was basically stringing him along until somebody arrested him. I believe you, man. I can tell you're sweet. Times just got rough. I know that, she wrote back. I got to be honest with you. If you slide into my DMs after you slid into my driveway with a handgun, I don't care how hot you are. I don't think we're going to be like.
Also, yeah, I wouldn't be playing that kind of a game. I would literally be like, yes, and what were your intentions earlier?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, not all laid back and relaxed.
How many times have you done this?
Right.
Or I would have been like, oh, wait, what was the caliber of the gun you used to hold me up and get this?
What bush did you throw that in? Do you remember? Yeah. I'd like to get it for memento.
Am I the only person you've ever done this to?
Am I your first?
Yeah.
No, you're not my first.
Your Honor, we'd like to introduce his pattern of behavior.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Got me. You totally got me. She's good. She's just over there. She's good. So it says, he took away my sense of safety. In mid-June, his plans to date her ran into a small obstacle when he got arrested and charged for a separate robbery that turned out much uglier than her mugging. Wow.
Good. That person didn't provide the Facebook friend.
Okay, what's great is, I'm going to go with what you said. And then according to KTV, Boyce shot 2 people and pummeled someone else over the head with a brick. You will follow me on Instagram, or I will end you.
Did he pummel or did he stab him with a brick? Because that seems to be the way we're going.
Ceramic brick. Ceramic brick. I'm sure that's what happened.
I think that'd be worse.
Yeah. That would really hurt.
You ever get like a glass sliver? You know, like that's just awful.
Yeah, I've eaten them.
I mean,
so yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you had one in your taint.
Yeah. I got to be honest with you. Didn't make me pee anymore. So I was okay. But it says he was charged with robbery resulting in bodily injury and battery by means of a deadly weapon. Let's see here. She may have dodged a literal bullet. Okay, there's your ha funny moment. Boyce got charged with the armed robbery and carrying a handgun as a felon. He's being held on $7,500 bond. That doesn't seem like very much at all.
No.
Okay? So if he robs 75 people at the same rate he got Amber for, he's already got money to get out.
That's correct.
Okay? I'm good at math. I know how this works.
Or a couple of them keep money in their house.
Oh, yeah. All you need is one house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing that nickel and dime car stuff.
Yeah. You know what he starts doing? He starts then grabbing you like at the car.
Just like you said, you got money in the house?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yo, where do you keep your money? In the car? Oh, no, I've been doing that. We're not doing that no more. So, but here's her quote. It makes me a little on edge knowing that people walk up and down the street looking for places to commit crimes. That's everywhere. That's all the time.
Where else are you going to commit them?
Right. You're not at home going, wow, if I could go in the bathroom right now, I could really hurt somebody. That's your house. You're not doing that.
It's not like 75 criminals were in a plane in Russia looking to do crimes in the air. And one 16-year-old was like, I know it's going to...
Not on my watch.
No one's going to understand this story later.
Yeah, not on my watch.
I'm taking them out.
Yeah.
I still want to know how that story got out. Like, everyone died. They're like, was that just Russian propaganda? Oh, a pilot brought his son, 16 years old.
Well, and here's the thing. What if the
was
pilot...
he on the radio?
What if the pilot really did make the error?
Hey, Tower, just so you know, I might have clicked some things. It was my son.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like,
put it in the record as my son.
it's you guys know how we boarded my son on the plane today, right? You got record of me on here? Yeah, well he's like in the cockpit and stuff, and he's touching things. He's your son, right? Yeah, but I mean I don't have any control over him. It's his mother's weekend. I don't understand, you know.
I went down this weird YouTube rabbit hole, and I got on a thing where it was about listening to pilots talk to towers.
Yeah.
And this one tower kept circling. They're like, you got to go around again. He's like, this is the fourth time. Figure it out. What's going on? Well, you got to go around again. You got to talk to the other, like, you know, because they jump you from place to place. So you need to go back out. He goes back, hey, guys, they told me I got to talk to you. And like, why are you talking to me? You're at the airport. Talk to the tower. Like, I know. I'm like, yeah, we hate these people too. Like, the other people were like, we hate that tower too. And he's like, that doesn't help me, but I appreciate that you're on my side. I need to get this plane on the ground.
I was going to say.
They've sent me around 4 times.
Yeah, that doesn't help me land, all right? I just realized we're fighting the same mortal enemy right now. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the whole, what's the thing on Reddit? Am I the a-hole? No.
No.
The other tower is.
Yeah.
I stand behind that.
You're also not helpful.
Look, very supportive, and I appreciate it, okay?
I appreciate that. Can you direct me to a tower that will let me land? Because this is just some circle jerk you guys got going around. It's no longer funny.
Third tower's like, ain't they the worst?
Oh, we hate both those guys. Yeah. He's just like, no, I get it. I need to get on the ground.
Then all of a sudden the guy goes, truth bomb, I'm all 3 towers. Where can they find us, Ted?
I'll tell you, you'll never find Damon in the air, so it does not matter.
Yeah.
You can find us on all the socials at That Checks Out WDT. That stands for With Damon and Ted. You can find us on the internet at thatchecksout.net. You can find us wherever you have any kind of podcast player. You can find us there. Listen to all our episodes. Go back. We have 1,148 of them now. We can't edit this now, so it's canon.
It's happening. Truth.
Don't forget, we still have a great song out there on all the musical platforms. Cool Dads. Come on down to Audio Hive Podcasting Studio. Do your own podcast. Talk to Mac. He'll get you all set up. Thank you for all the Audio Hive podcasting producing you've been doing on this episode, Mac.
Yeah.
Which consisted of not being like calling the anus or hitting your mic. Also hating that comment.
Yeah.
We'll catch you next time.